Hey guys, I've been scratching my head over all this identity politics crap that is simply exploding around the country. We've got all of these different communities with a cause. So, one of the core tenets of communism is convincing enough people that they're oppressed or disadvantaged. The sales pitch, to be successful, must focus on the group and not on the individual. Communism needs a villain to hate, a person or entity that is responsible for their plight. The Russians, they had the Romanovs. The Chinese had Chiang Kai-shek and the Shanghai Massacre. The Vietnamese had France, Japan, China, Great Britain, and of course, the United States. The Venezuelans had discontent with their current political parties. The villains du jour are now big pharma, big oil, big ag, big business, medical insurance companies, and if none of those float your boat, the ubiquitous white privilege. As long as you're not white, and especially not a white male, you're a victim. So the communist organizers get each of the victim groups to band together. You got your black pride. You got your gay pride. You got your women's rights. You got your La Raza, and you've got your workers' rights. Since they've been brainwashed into groupthink and not individual think, they follow the crowd to victimhood. Instead of emulating success, they denigrate and slander those from their group that choose to be responsible individuals and break from the current victimhood narrative. If you're successful, you must be a traitor to your group. They can't see that the handouts and hand-ups have been nothing more than a backhand. You don't earn something by your own hard work, you don't appreciate its value. Why bust your ass when you can get your shit for free? If you choose to identify as a group member instead of as an individual, you take on the accomplishments and the failures of the group, but with no personal responsibility involved. It's someone else's fault that you failed. It's got to be because of those privileged people, right? Contrary to the current narrative, it doesn't take a village. It takes focused and determined individuals. The sooner these folks understand this, the sooner they'll be on the road to success and prosperity. Communism ain't gonna get them there. I can hear it now. That old white guy has no idea what it was like for me. He had everything handed to him. All the skids were well greased. White privilege, resist! Here's my real story. In high school, I was pretty good at football. I got asked to play football at a Division III college in California, and Division III means no scholarship. I paid my own way. Books, tuition, board, the whole 9 yards. I got a job at a bank working nights. I was pretty good at it, started moving up the ladder. I quit school after 3 years because my skills were now paying my bills. After 12 years, I was in middle management and I got laid off. We had just bought our first house, had one kid, and had another one on the way. I got my license, went to work selling real estate during the day and at a warehouse at night. Eventually, real estate was a bust, so I went to work for a temp agency to make ends meet. One of the companies, a bank, offered me a job, which I took. So fast forward 19 years, and now I'm an executive vice president, and the banking crisis hits. My division is shut down, and I'm laid off. Here I am, 49 years old, unemployed. No one will even acknowledge the receipt of the resumes I send out. Time to reinvent myself. I started 3 different businesses, one which failed miserably, but 2 others that are still producing income. And I just started another one here in Nevada. I had a choice, become a victim and quit, or man up and do something about my shitty situation. If you notice, not once in this brief history did I mention taking any money from the government, anything I didn't earn. I did take unemployment insurance after the 2008 layoff based on my past work history. But I only took it for half the amount of time that I was eligible for. This free money was absolutely rotting my soul. I'd think, hell, I got a check coming in, X, Y, and Z. I can put that stuff off till tomorrow. The thought of failure or being dependent upon others is what motivated me to work insane hours to get my businesses successful. No handouts, no pity, and no white privilege card were involved. The key is I'm nothing special. I'm a college dropout who simply decided to make my own life on my own terms. As a closing thought, I've got a little bit of Latin for you. Audentes fortuna juvat. Fortune favors the bold. Till next time, folks.